Okay, just something I forgot to mention previously is that people get confused when you're assigning dot value. So you're getting out a two-dimensional array and you're working with a two-dimensional array. You're always thinking that I don't want to work with a two-dimensional array. I want to change the contents of a range in a workbook. So it's actually very, very easy. So you can see here is you've got a two-dimensional array is being assigned to destination data. Now, so what if you want to put that two-dimensional array back into the workbook? All you need to do is just reverse that statement. So you assign the variable, do a bunch of stuff with it, and then just after you've gone through your for loop, you just do the complete opposite. So you just get the destination data and dump that into the exactly the same range. And because it is the exact same range, it's always going to fit, so you won't have any problems using this way of working. Okay, so next I'm just going to go through the fact that you can work with classes and you can do object-oriented programming in VBA if that's what you're into, and that's what I was into because it's a great way if you come from a financial sort of background and you want to learn object-oriented programming, and all you really have access to is Excel or something, then you can actually do it if you're keen enough. So that's what I did anyway. So I've got so I'm going to do the exact same procedure as I had before, only this time I'm going to use classes. So in order to get a class going, just right-click, insert a class module, and what do they call this? I think it was subtotal class. So that's where you name it. And for the actual data, so you got your private variables up here and your properties here that have to be very explicitly stated. There's no shortcut way of really doing it. And of course, you can add sub-procedures and functions and all kinds of stuff into the actual class module. Here, I'm just going to keep it very simple and just keep it make it a POCO. So over here, you can see I've got the source data as variant, destination data as variant. What I'm going to do is use a collection. So create a variable called subtotals and make that a new collection. So again, in VBA, because it's so old, you need to explicitly state that you're creating a new dynamic variable. And here I've got a subtotal as my custom class. So it's a variable declaring a variable using my custom class. But you can see there's no new keyword here, so there's no instance of it yet. So here I'm doing the usual, going through, creating a loop. And here is where I've got the new statement. So I'm actually creating a new instance of my custom class, and I'm assigning a subheading and total from the two-dimensional array. And I'm just going to put that back into the collection. Okay, so how to get all the information back out of the collection and back into your worksheet. So what you need to do is, there's various ways you can do it actually, but this is one of them. Just for each through each subtotal in your collection there, and assign it to the destination data two-dimensional array again. And then once you've finished doing that, you can, as usual, assign the destination data back to the range. So if we run this, I just delete out that to check it's working. And so if I run this, Oops, I'm missing some code. So, um, okay. Has it finished? Okay, so you can see here the values are back in as normal. So that's doing the same thing using classes.